Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Let's Play Vermintide 2, Episode 4. I'm here again with Farron.
Hello.
I feel like at some point you're going to get sick of doing that.
Saying hello.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh yeah, I should start the mission.
Oh god. Did you hear that?
Yes, what happened?
I dropped my phone. Accidentally.
Those awful bile spewers. Fight your way down and destroy the altar that's transforming the beasts. You'll need black powder, but there's plenty laying around down there. In this show with a bang.
So this is another very pretty level. You start out in these snow areas, and every now and then you'll see snow. And then we're going to be going into dark caves and mines with a lot of just like pitch dark areas that you'll need lights to see in.
There's some nice, as Towa said, they play with light very well, nicely in the caves.
And don't fall here, because you will probably die.
Yeah.
First rule of mining, folk don't run tracks to nowhere.
Also, you will be hearing a lot of Bard in this level because of being a dwarf. He knows a lot about mines. So I have brought the Iron Drake variant of Barden. This is the more tanky version of himself. Your special ability is a taunt that taunts all human-sized enemies around you. Oh, Gutter Runner.
I'll draw their attention. You kick them and dogless.
But yeah, it's a tankier version of Barden. You'll generally have more guard, especially if you take the shield. And you also have a flamethrower that uses the heat mechanic that Sienna uses. Heat is a system where, as you use up more of it and fill up the bar, you'll eventually get to a point where if you fill it up, you'll explode and get downed or die.
Come on, Tory.
Depending on how many times you're down. Barden's also the dwarf class with the most health. Barden, the Iron Drake. Oh, leech.
Between the Foot Squire, or Foot Knight, for Kruber and the Iron Drake for Barden, I can't decide on which is my favorite to play as, but I prefer to play as either of those two.
Personally, I'd say Barden is a better tank. Because of that taunt, but Kruber's very good at disrupting.
Hear that? A stomping great classic attack. I think it's this way.
Also, why don't you tell us a little bit about Shade Carillion?
Oh yeah, I'm playing the Shade Trillion, which is her disgraced career path. Her passive allows her to, if she has a critical hit, she will instantly kill man-sized enemies. And if she, her active ability is that she goes invisible, but it either lasts for 10 seconds or until she attacks. You can also pass through enemies, and if she, behind us, it also allows you to set up some great backstabs for bosses and big enemies. So she's incredibly good against sub-bosses because she deals more backstab damage.
Does that work on main bosses too?
I don't know. I tried, I think so.
Well, we'll probably find that out at some point.
Yeah. Depending on the boss, it'd be a bit more difficult though.
Nice work, you five. Brilliant. The poor of the
They're still out there. I'll bet my favorite axe that they are.
So what we're doing is we're here to disrupt the bile troll pits that are creating all the bile trolls and sending them out among the chaos forces. We're here to fill up a mining cart with a bunch of powder kegs, and then we're going to push it down there to their caves and then blow it up. It's sort of an escort mission, but thankfully the mining cart can't get destroyed.
Yeah. It's nothing like that Resident Evil escort mission with the President's daughter. Ooh. Oh, that's... Go around the side. Ooh. Never mind.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, Sienna just aimbotted the fuck out of that.
I think these AI might be cheating.
Warhammer AI always cheat.
Especially in Total War.
All that flailing.
Nope, still coming.
The results. Strangler.
I have no ammo.
Stormvermin.
I'll just light them ablaze.
Fair enough.
Or everyone can just run up and kill them.
Ah, that's too much effort.
Oh yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about the repeating crossbow?
Oh, right, yeah. Most of the classes have one unique weapon to each of them, and the Shade, the Brilliant, has a repeated crossbow that only she can use. And only in the Shade you can use it. And it is a crossbow with two firing modes. The primary is just a single shot, but if you aim and fire, you will shoot. Oh god, can't say anything. You will shoot a burst of 3 bolts, and it deals quite a bit of damage against larger targets, but it's a little bit less accurate than the single shot. It doesn't have much ammo, 2 clips of 15, and it's quite good. And it's a lot of fun to use to sing the bolts thud into the enemies.
So this is the area where it starts to get very dark, and you'll want to stick close to the minecart so you can see. So the minecart will actually stop if you're not next to it. It functions a lot like the payload in TF2.
Healer's potion.
Who's grabbing that?
Oh, I found it. Damn.
Healing
Oh.
craft. You'll need it.
I didn't know that was there.
The cart's slowing.
Well then.
So characters will chastise you if you're not pushing the cart, a la TF2.
The second you leave it alone for more than 2 seconds, the entire party is just yelling at each other.
Yep.
It's quite fun.
Now, unfortunately, you can't stand on the cart and just ride it. It'll push you away constantly.
You can stand in front of it. Okay, Gruber.
I don't know why he just used that now.
That was a scary, scary rat. Push him off.
Well, I suppose you have to hit sometime.
Bye.
You were
That's one way to deal with them.
him at all, Lobster.
Ooh, behind us.
And yet again, we have to find the minecart.
I thought you were resilient when we first met, not a frail child.
Yeah, can't help what you thought.
And what you just heard Carillion say is something that they say whenever somebody heals, when they have a lot of health remaining. And get a bit annoyed at that.
Oh yeah, these big guys, these marauders, that are chaos, like, servants. They're not chaos warriors themselves, but they're chaos, like, soldiers. They used to look different in the beta. They had a big, like, cow skull on their head. I don't know why they decided to make them different now. Maybe just they looked a bit too much like the regular, like, rot blood.
Yeah, I think they also got confused a bit too much with Chaos Warriors.
Crude shot is better than none. This way.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen it happen yet, but if you fall off something, it's, again, I know I say it a lot, very similar to Left 4 Dead, where you start hanging off the ledge and someone has to come and rescue you.
Unless you jump off it. If you just normally step off, then you'll be hanging. But if you jump off, then you'll be like most of the time. Oh, that's right.
Gunner's dead.
Oh, there is a gutter runner.
Yes, that's brilliant. Hold it back.
Oh, they had a boss.
Little abode.
Oh yeah, there you see lots of battle trolls. Luckily, we won't have to fight all of them at once.
We will have to fight one, though.
Aurelia's out killing us all at the moment. Step it up, darlings.
Here.
Also, you may have noticed, some of the characters are a little bit out there. Like, Sienna calls everyone darlings. Saltspire is super zealous.
Heart wasn't lost.
They're all larger than life.
There may be a lot of them, but they don't stand a chance.
But it adds to the charm, really.
Yeah, and then Kruber's probably the most bloodthirsty of them all.
He also just has a lot of guilt. Because the entirety of both games is set in the Empire, and Kruber's an Empire soldier.
Oh yeah, while we have a bit of time, have we talked much about the Empire in this LP?
No, not really.
So, the Empire, if I'm remembering all the lore right, was basically founded by Sigmar himself, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sigmar united the tribes in the area into one kingdom, so to speak. So yeah, he founded the Empire.
Sigmar is kind of like the main character of Warhammer a bit. He's the person who ties like all of the human stuff together.
Well, at least the Empire stuff. He's very much the main character in Age of Sigmar. But for fantasy, it was a bit more just he was the Empire god and founder. Bretonnia has a different with Gilles Le Breton. I know I said that wrong, but
I mean, better than I could have said it.
Gillibrethon is pretty much Sigmar for the Bretons. The Empire is very much based on Germanic culture, in Germany in general.
Their also main capital is the Reichland. They speak Reichsspiel.
So much for the troll.
There is a it has become I think 70, 100 and some such years ago, there's a province in the Empire called Mariensburg that seceded from the Empire, and it's based upon the Netherlands. So they speak a variation of Dutch.
What a mess. Nobody gave much thought to what a troll looked
I love watching
Did
those
it
trolls
explode
explode.
It didn't explode for me this time.
Yeah, there's a bug that happens sometimes with this map, where for some people it won't explode, so the trolls will all gather together and just fall over.
Yeah, Reichland's also divided into quite a few provinces. Each of them have their own elector count, and all the elector counts answer to the Emperor, which is in current times is Karl Franz, who wields the hammer of Galmaraz, which, if you remember from the previous episode, is Sigmar's hammer.
Which I think that's why the series is called Warhammer.
It could be, I'm not sure.
Because, I mean, that's the most famous Warhammer in the series.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good day. And so far, it actually is.
But that is the end of the episode. We'll probably be seeing you next time, as I believe we are going to be taking on a boss. One that sucks.
A lot.